Hello, friend, and welcome or welcome back to the SWRA podcast, where aging, wellness, and wisdom do intersect. My name is Maggie, and I am your host, and delighted to have you on. I have been talking in the last couple of podcasts and also on my regular YouTube channels about stress and how unrelented, unrelieved stress can damage our bodies physically, mentally, and all kinds of ways. So tomorrow for our Saturday Live, we will delve into the topic of femicide and double suicides that we have seen a rash of in the news. But today I want to focus on stress management as a wellness principle, right? Of course, we cannot escape stress. And those of us who are in a part of a minority community, we have a heightened level of stress that affects our daily life. The fact that you always seem or seen as less than, that you have to work 2, 3 times harder than everybody else just to be accepted or even acknowledged. Because I remember years ago when I got one of my aha moments, I realized that in certain circles, you should be okay with just being acknowledged and not necessarily accepted. Acceptance goes beyond that, and it is beyond some people's ability to give you. So you take what you can. But stress in itself, we say, is not bad because it kind of gives you that little burst of energy that you need in the moment. And in one of the videos, I made reference to maybe getting a kid from underneath a car, and you get these hormones, the adrenaline just gives you so much energy. You become almost like Superman or Superwoman for a few seconds just so that you can escape that danger, lift up that car and get that kid from under there, that kid. And that's what the fight or flight means, right? So if there's a fire, you're in danger, you get a burst of those hormones and you're able to maybe knock down the door and get out to safety. Danger, 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 danger. The alarm bells go off in your head. But once the issue is resolved, all the hormones levels should go back to baseline. But when you are in a situation where there is nothing you can do about whatever the issue is, and that's when unrelieved stress causes, such damage. So how do you manage it? You need to learn to know yourself. When somebody is stressed, they get anxious, they get antsy, their blood pressure might go up, their heart rate goes up. So knowing those signs, and whenever you feel a situation is getting you to that point, this is where you act and to say, okay, yes, I know I'm under stress, but what can I do to relieve that? So it could mean leaving a job. It could mean leaving a marriage or relationship. It could mean distancing yourself from some people, right? So what I want to impress upon you is that it is your job to protect yourself, to discover, identify the situation and see what you can do to amend it. And tomorrow we're going to go delve into that because this woman who got murdered, when you're in a contentious relationship with someone, you need to get yourself out of that situation and not kind of tit for tat and just, trying to make a point or win something over. Oh, no, sis. That's when your life is really in danger. And look at what happened. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So if you can, just go ahead and tune in. It's about 4 o'clock because I believe personally that some of those could have been prevented by women making better choices. It doesn't make you a coward to protect yourself, right? You can call me a coward all day. But if this is to save my life and the life of my kids, I'm going to do it. All right, sis? So protect yourself, manage your stress so you can live a long life. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Go out there, be a good human. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bonne journée. Bye.